Hopes for this contest with these two fighters should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was gonna miss this.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Up first, Saul Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179. And his opponent, Conor Benn, 146 pounds on the button. He stands 5'8" tall with a reach just over 68 inches.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
Saul Canelo Alvarez, a 4-division multi-time world champion, quite simply one of the greatest of all time. Conor, the Destroyer Benn, one of those must-see type of fighters coming out of the UK. The famous son of a legend who's beating his own path.
This is going to be an intense stare before the fight starts.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing from Essex, England, a continental welterweight champion, Conor, the Destroyer Benn.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk.
Todd, all I can say, heaven on earth. Heaven on earth.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Oh, that jab's starting to mark them up. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Beautiful counter shot. They're going to land the hook. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here and the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Only catching air with that hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Block that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance with...
And there's the bell for round two. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
That counter shot lands. And Benn just got rocked. He just got rocked big time. Down goes Benn. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
A shot from the gods took him out.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
He's up, but for how long? Look at him. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Jab just got blocked. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Benn in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
Can make or break a fighter.
Bell rings and we start the third. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
That counterpunch caught him clean. Punch, counterpunch. Missing with the hook. Big shot just rattled his cage. Benn has no idea where he is right now. Down goes Benn. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I need to see that again.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left? Oh, Johnny! A big shot rattles his cage. Conor Benn right now. Will he go down? And Conor Benn goes down. As we take another look, you can see it. The body shot was pitch perfect, and it won him the fight.
That's lights out right there.
Something like a little taunting to get your opponent riled up. Let's talk about Benn in that last round. A borderline disastrous round, but he's still on his feet. There's the bell for round 4. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Shot! Benn in some serious trouble. I don't know if I've ever seen him rattle like this. Down goes Benn! As you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory in one of the...